return from the classes of the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. They're all back here. Most of those are in the stands after having gone to that banquet. And it's just a great evening. So let's cap it off with a victory for the Red Hounds here as Corbin prepares to kick off for the first time this year to start a football game. Joining me, partner Bill Hoover now, as we watch Cumberland line up to receive this opening kickoff. Here's the kick going off to the right side of the field, where Cumberland takes it at the 5-yard line across to about the 11, and that is all. The Redskins, James Allen, returned, and Cumberland will start from there. Bill, we've had a very harried evening thus far. It's been a pleasurable one, though.
All I can say is the tackle was by Brockman, and I'm out of breath, and we're up here, and we're doing it. We've held them inside the 20 on the kickoff here, so that's all I can say right now. I'm catching my breath.
Okay, both Bill and I have been participating in the banquet ceremonies and the induction ceremonies on the field, and now we're ready to go with this game. This is what we expected. Here's the pass at the line of scrimmage. Good move up to the 20, 25, 26-yard line as the pass is caught by Raymond Royce. Royce brings it up, and not a surprise there.
No, but he went ahead and froze everything at the line of scrimmage. Threw a little screen out there, froze everybody at the line of scrimmage, made a move and broke it out there. And Creech had to finally come over and shut it off. But they got enough, I think, for a first down.
Okay, it's up to the 26-yard line, 15-yard pass play. Redskins have Reinhardt in motion to the right side. Maggard is back to throw, being chased, but he gets the pass away. However, it's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage as Corbin played that one well.
Toby Stevens on the tackle that time. I think they probably picked up something shy of 2 yards there, probably a yard and a half.
So the short man, the safety valve, I guess is what it was, what Maggard found that time, for a gain perhaps of 2 yards to the 28-yard line, and Cumberland will have it 2nd and 8. The man in motion goes to the left side now. Back to throw Maggard. Maggard has it knocked up in the air by Kyle Jones, but it's caught after being knocked up in the air right at the line of scrimmage. For the Redskins, the pass was picked out of the air by Andrews, I believe it is.
Looked like we played it pretty well that time. It looks like we knew what kind of set that they were in, and we went ahead and played the play, and Kyle had a deflection on it. The boy went ahead and made a pretty nice reception on it, but I don't think it was any gain on no pickup. It's 3rd down, 3rd and long.
It was Patrick Evans who caught that ball. It's right at the 28-yard line, so there was no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down. A long 8 to go for the first down. Wide out to the right side. Slot formation to the left. Man in motion goes right now. Maggard steps right back. Looks like a draw, and what a defensive play.
The only draw that he had was Hensley on top of him that time. Hensley read it perfect. A little shovel pass in the middle there. And, in fact, they lost yards on that. It's going to look like it's going to be like 4th and 12, 4th and 13.
What a play by Mark Hensley, number 75, 6 foot, 205-pound senior. The loss is back to the 25-yard line, a loss of 3, and Cumberland's in the punt formation now. Twin safeties back for Corbin as the kick is going over to Steely. Steely at the 45, gets almost up to midfield. There's a fumble, and Cumberland has it. So a big break to start this game. Steely got back up to the Corbin 49, but the ball was fallen on by Ricky Craig, and so the Redskins are still alive.
One of the things that was listed in the paper this week, Coach Kane said that he felt like that Cumberland, what they needed to do most was to try to go ahead and strike early and get some points on the board, try to take the Corbin fans out of the ball game, and that's obviously the biggest break of the ball game at this point.
Slot formation to the right side now. Wide out to the left. Man in motion goes to the right side for Cumberland. Reinhardt, Maggard back to throw, shoots it right over the middle. Good hit by Corbin. Fumble, and it's our ball. Great hit that time. Who was it? Was it Crook?
I don't know whether it was Steely or if it was Creech. I couldn't tell, and the only way I could pick it up on a replay, we had 2 or 3 people that were there. I watched the ball come out, and all I know is that we had somebody on top of the ball.
Patrick Evans caught it right at the Corbin 45-yard line. Crook came up with the ball. I'm not really sure who made that lick, but it was a great defensive hit. A penalty marker was dropped on the play.
Foley, number 28, you ought to know that. He's a hit man for the Red Hounds. He went ahead and made the lick.
So Corbin gets their first offensive series underway tonight after that fumble at their own 46-yard line. So the Red Hounds will set that backfield for you. The quarterback is Mike Jackson. The blocking backup is Chris Hart. Behind him is Dale Fox. No, Dale goes wide out to the right side. Stevens is the tailback. Stevens takes the pitch, hit at the line of scrimmage, tries to spin, comes forward for about a yard. No room to run.
Well, Toby's got to go ahead and kick it out there. You know, it looked like to me that he needs to try to break it a little bit harder that time. They read it pretty good. Cumberland knew what we were coming with. Stevens had the ball, but still it looked like he ought to kick it a little harder.
2nd down and 9 for the Hounds. The ball advanced 1 yard as they come out of an I formation with Fox in the tailback position now. Stevens on the power to the left side. Fox right straight ahead, but there's no hole there, and Dale is stopped after a short yardage.
No, I'm sure that Cumberland's keying on Fox. The first time they read it pretty good. I think we tried to go ahead and try to decoy a little something. There came with Stevens, but that time, since we didn't get anything, it came with Fox, and it looks like that they're reading that all the way.
Ronnie Dinsmore made the tackle for Cumberland, only a yard up to the 48-yard line, so the Red Hounds will be looking at 3rd and long. 3rd and 8. Kyle Jones splits wide to the left at end. Steele is in the slot. On the 3rd down play, the pitch goes to Fox. Fox trying to cut the corner. Line of scrimmage midfield, 45. Got the first down to the 43-yard line.
I'm really surprised about that. It looked like to me that Cumberland was in a set that time that they could have gone ahead and stopped that. But whenever Fox went ahead and took the pitch, they weren't in that position. He went ahead and picked up about 11 or 12 yards on it for a first down.
So the gain is good to the 43-yard line of Cumberland. Corbin's first down of this ball game. So give him officially 10 yards on that run. And the Red Hounds are set to go now. Once again out of an I formation, strong side to the right. Fox, a good decoy now. The pass intended, it was a pass play that was intended downfield for Scott Miracle, but way overthrown.
He went ahead and put it up that time. It wasn't one that you can run under. It was just out of his reach and overthrown that time.
The incomplete pass will leave the ball at the 43-yard line. Corbin mostly shows us power sets, but they're coming out with a little different twist here early in this football game tonight. Lynn Reeves out of the ball at center. Now they're in that power set from the 43-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson with Fox, Hart, and Stevens behind him. Will deal it off to Stevens. Stevens trying to cut wide to the right, trying to drag a player with him, but can't get free, and down he'll go right near the line of scrimmage.
No, they actually had him 3 or 4 yards deep in the backfield that time. It looks like it's probably going to be about a 2-yard loss.
So the Red Hounds offense sputtering just a little bit here in the early part of the ball game. Penalty marker has been dropped. It was in the defensive secondary, so there's a possibility that Corbin could come out with something out of this. After all, no score, just getting us started here from Campbell Field. Corbin has only 4 home games in the regular season this year, so the fans are seeing the 3rd one here tonight. We'll play Somerset here next week. It's a penalty of 15 yards. So we're coming out of that with the first down.
Yeah, I didn't see what holding. Face mask, okay. Face mask on Cumberland that time. I didn't see it. I didn't pick it up. I was watching. It felt like the Cumberland read the play pretty good, and they had Stevens in the backfield, and that's unfortunate on their behalf.
Corbin gets it down to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, their second first down. The wide out to the left side. As Corbin runs it on the first down play, Fox straight up the middle. Fox trying to drag free, but cannot. However, he did get good yardage across the 20-yard line.
It was a good run by Dale that time. We had split out on that side. I think it was Miracle. You kept trying to pick it up on that side. I think it was Miracle that was split out wide to the left that time.
Dale got 9 yards as he's moved the ball to the 18-yard line. And for Corbin, 2nd down and 1. Now the wide out to the right this time is Fox. Both ends are in tight. 2nd down and short yardage play. They'll give it right up the middle to Creech. He got that first down. Ooh, he's hit, and headgears for Cumberland come off. Creech keeps his head and takes it for the first down.
Creech looked like he was looking for the hole inside that time, and it never did develop, and they finally went ahead. About the time he kicked it out, they went ahead and stopped him just a little bit beyond the line of scrimmage that time.
Got a couple of yards, but they just needed 1. That's the 3rd first down. The ball is at the 16-yard line now. Five great former Red Hounds and 1 honorary inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight, so it's a stirring moment before our game and at that banquet. as the Red Hounds get the football game underway now in threatening position at the 16-yard line. On the first down play, the pitch to Fox, tries the hole to the left side, just short yardage. He got inside the 15 to about the 14, a couple of yards.
Well, I believe he's going to have about 3 or 4 on that end of that time, Don. No. Gain of 2. Gain of 2. It looked like it from here.
The hole goes kind of quickly. It opened momentarily, but time Fox got there, it closed up on him, and he got him 2. So the Red Hounds will have it 2nd and 8, but the ball is down to the 14-yard line. Now out of the power set, ball right in the center of the field. The fake to Fox, and here goes for a touchdown. Mike Jackson on a beautiful play.
Well, we talked about last week about how he has the opportunity to carry those fakes out all the way. That time he had everything going the other way. He carried the fake out, and it was just, he could almost go in slow motion in the end zone.
He's given me trouble all year, the way he can hide that football. Obviously gave Cumberland trouble that time. Remember his brother. He used to do the same thing. He could hide the ball and play tricks with it down there, and that time it was just wide open spaces into the end zone. 6 minutes and 3 seconds here in the opening period. Corbin goes ahead in the try for the point after. And Metzger's kick is up through the uprights. It's good. So we have a timeout here. 6:03 in the first quarter. The score, Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Now ready for the kickoff. This is Brian Metzger. And Metzger's kick will be high, will be taken at the 6-yard line by Chris Snow. Snow has returned it to just over the 20-yard line.
He ran in a little bit of a blizzard right there. We had Jody Botner and number 69, I believe that's Snyder, isn't it?
Ronnie Brockman.
Ronnie Brockman again. Brockman's out there. He's made 2 good hits out there tonight.
So the Redskins will have the ball at the 21-yard line. This is their 3rd offensive series. Now, the first time they had to kick. Second time they fumbled. And here on their 3rd offensive try from the 21-yard line. Again, watch the passing of Freddie Maggard, the 6'3", 200-pound senior quarterback. Maggard's back to throw. He's rolling right. He's looking. He's going to run. Maggard at the line of scrimmage, out of bounds after getting a couple of yards. Now he goes down. Nick Creech was there. Flags go down very, very late. Nick did touch him. He didn't hit him.
I didn't see it. I was trying to pick up a number on the sideline here. I was trying to find out which one Snyder was and which one 69 who made the tackle here a minute ago.
Well, I guess you're not allowed to hit him, but the part of that play that might get your dander up a little was how late the flags came. They didn't come immediately. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Corbin, which will give Cumberland their 2nd first down. And that has moved the ball up to the 39-yard line. So Freddie Maggard got a couple of yards. That's the first time he's kept the football tonight. He's going to send split end Raymond Royce wide to the left side. His end to the other side. Scott Bailey is also split. Now he will come with the slot man in Kevin Reinhart to the left side. 1st and 10 for Cumberland. They have the ball at their own 39 as Corbin leads it by 7-0 here in the first period of this game. The official has marked the ball ready for play. Maggard goes under. Man in motion comes left. Maggard back to throw, being chased, and down he goes.
That's good play. Hensley, Lacefield, and looked like Griffin.
Freddie Maggard takes the seat back behind the line of scrimmage. The loss is back to the 32-yard line. So it's a loss of 7, and the Redskins will have it 2nd down and 17. Again, wide to the left side is Royce. As Maggard is back to throw, has time this time, throws it, got Royce. Royce at the 43 to the 44-yard line, gets back most of that lost yardage and a few added to it.
He made a fine reception that time. It's a good crisp pass that time by Maggard. He went ahead and found his receiver out there on a little slant pattern. It was a fine reception, and we did a good job coming up and finally covering it.
Pass play was good for 12 yards. That will make it 3rd down and some 5 yards to go for the first down. Again, it's Bailey right, Royce to the left. As Maggard drops back to throw on 3rd down, and he's in a foot race now over the line of scrimmage. Is it good or not?
No, he didn't make a reception. It went on out of bounds.
Tell you why Maggard's having a bit of a rough time thus far tonight. Big number 75 for Corbin has him on the run.
Well, Hensley's in there. You know, he's applying pressure. Still yet, Cumberland's trying to spread everything out there, and Mark's in the same position he was in last weekend. He's trying to chase and trying to do something from that nose position on outside containment.
Again, punt formation for Cumberland. Hoover and Steely are deep for Corbin. Hoover number 18, Steely number 40. Here's the snap back, a good one. The kick is out of there. Spiral kick. Steely will take it. Back inside the 20. Crosses the 20, and down he goes at the 22-yard line. But the Redhounds will have the football right there as we have a timeout now. 4:11 to go here in the opening period. Timeout on the score is Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Back to play now. Here's Kyle Jones end around. Kyle across the 25, 30 to about the 31-yard line.
It was a good run that time. We picked up probably 6 or 7 yards on that, it looks like. Kyle made a good cut, and we had pretty good blocking out there.
Well, the ball is spotted right at the 30-yard line, so give him 8 on that play. And Corbin will have it 2nd and 2. Making the stop was Freddie Maggard, a guy that valuable, but he's right in there playing a defensive safety for the Redskins. So 2nd and 2, we're in the power set to the right side of the field as Mike Jackson goes under. Jackson will deal to Fox, got the first down. Fox still not in good running room. He'll get 5, 6 yards, that's all. I think I saw a penalty marker go down.
Well, it should have, you know. He was already tackled, and Maggard came out of center field that time, went ahead and made a lick on him when he was already going down. I believe it was going to be piling on.
6 yards on the carry, which would be a Corbin first down. And for the Redhounds, that is their 4th of the game. Then we possibly will have 15 yards added to that. That's right. 15 more yards for the late hit. And again, the Corbin Redhounds will have excellent field position. Leading 7-0, 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go. We're in the opening period of the game. I got quite a thrill this afternoon. Gary Edwards came by with his crew setting up what's going to happen over at the Civic Center tonight after this game and on Saturday night also. And just the thoughts of what happened over there last year and what a great show. I want to enjoy this game, but what's to come is also a treat too. And then tomorrow, the Harry Taylor Classic. Can't wait for that. The old-timers get back together at the Edwards Gym. It'll start at noontime. We're ready to go now as Corbin has the ball at midfield. Handoff is given to Hart, and Hart gets inside the 45 to the 44 of Cumberland.
And that's a good hard run that time. He's following Paul Jackson in there, and Nick Creech out there trying to pick up a couple blocks there for Hart.
Got him 6 yards on the play, and Corbin will have it 2nd and 4 from there. We start with a brunch tomorrow morning. Of course, those of you watching this by videotape will know what you missed if you didn't get there, but those listening on the radio, be there at 10 o'clock at the high school tomorrow. Going to start with a brunch for the Hall of Famers. Uh-oh, bumping off people is Creech. Creech gets a tough yard or two, but Creech had quite a bit of opposition in the backfield. He's a tough runner.
He was hit before he hit the line of scrimmage that time and went ahead and kicked it on up, got out and picked up 3 or 4 tough yards.
So Corbin will be looking at a 3rd down situation now. Still looks like about 4 yards to go for the first down. Corbin scored the first time they had the football as Jackson went the final 14 yards. Now this is their 2nd offensive series with 1:52 to go in the first period. Wide out right is Miracle. To the left is Jones. Slot to the right as Jackson's back to throw. Jackson looking. Uh-oh. He has to run with the ball. He's still giving ground. Flag goes down. Jackson looking. He throws to Creech. The ball is dropped. Penalty marker is down, so we'll wait to see what happened. I was kind of watching Mike. This is what I saw, Bill. Fox was one of the receivers, and Fox had not turned. Mike was wanting to let go of the football at one point, but Dale was not ready in his route, and therefore he had to start scrambling.
I wasn't watching Dale. I was watching Mike that time. He looked like he was trapped back there. He put on a real fine move on one of the Cumberland players, and we've got a penalty down, though, and I'm sure that it's going to be one of the spotters up here said it wasn't a clip, but it's close enough. It looks like that's what it's going to be.
Cumberland would have an option here to let Corbin go with a 4th down and 4 or step it off. Let's see if they'll gamble. I think it would be a gamble if they stepped it off and give us another down. It's still being explained. The penalty marker was dropped at the 48-yard line. Okay. while we have this moment, while they talk, we do want to remind you that of all the fine sponsors that make possible the telecast and broadcast of this, we hope you will patronize them. Let them know that you appreciate it in helping make Corbin the finest sports town in the state of Kentucky. You get a little pumped up when you attend the banquet and the ceremonies that have taken place for the Hall of Famers. Then you start really realizing more than ever just what it is here that we're witnessing. And those red and whites out there. Corbin will be assessed the penalty bill, and so they'll get another try.
Well, again, what we said there, Mike did a good job. Dale Fox obviously ran a pretty good pattern down here, but he wasn't looking back for the ball like you said. Mike wanted to throw it, but he wasn't looking, so we're going to go ahead and let it go.
As we look at it now, it's going to be third down, and the line to gain is the 38-yard line of Cumberland. We have the ball at our own 41-yard line, so third, about 20 to go for that first down. Cumberland jumps offside, so we'll get 5 yards closer. In high school football, there's a neutral zone. Don't have to make contact. Just get in there and move into that zone. Once you do, it's a 5-yard penalty on the guilty team. This time it's Cumberland that moves the ball forward to the 46-yard line. So at the 46, Corbin will have it about 3rd and 15 for the first down. Wideouts to the left and right. Miracle and Jones. In motion is Hoover. Back to throw is Jackson. Jackson looks. Down he goes. Blindsided and taken down at the 40-yard line.
Well, I was trying to watch that develop that time. He just came in from the backside that time, and Mike went down. He didn't have time. He didn't have time enough to find anything, and I don't think our receivers had time enough to get to the open area.
Now we're definitely in that punt formation as Brian Metzger, number 55, goes back for Corbin. Metzger, 5'9", 200-pound junior, is standing back at his 27-yard line. For some reason, the play is stopped. Corbin will call timeout. As we're set to go, Cumberland will drop back one man. That is Kevin Reinhardt, and he's standing back at his 25-yard line. So Metzger in punt formation. Good snap. And Metzger gets a high kick out of there. Not real long. Let's see which way it'll hit and roll. Wrong way. Took a 10-yard bounce back upfield to the 45-yard line of Cumberland.
Well, if he kicks the other way, we're in good shape. Kicks the other way, we're not. So I don't know what he came out with that on net as far as yardage that time, but the best ones do it sometimes, and he's one of the best.
Well, he gets only 15 yards, and that's his shortest punt of the year. As Bill said, if it kicks the other way, we're in good shape. It kicked back upfield, 10 yards, a big bounce. And so Cumberland has good field position at their own 45-yard line. So Maggard gets them ready to go. Maggard drops back. He rolls to his left. He's looking. Watch out. There's Crook all over him. Down he goes at the 40-yard line.
Something I'm a little bit surprised with Maggard. You know, I know he's rated one of the better quarterbacks in the state of Kentucky, and we've got some pretty good linemen. And we're sending 3 to 4 people in there on the rush, and our 3 or 4 people are penetrating the line of scrimmage there. We're able to get our hands on him. He's not got the pass protection, or he's not setting up deep enough in the pocket, or he's not doing any rollout type action to free up, the receivers.
So he loses 5 yards to the 40, and that ends the first period of this football game. After one quarter, the score is Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Back to play now as Maggard's running through people, gets some of that lost yardage back, and gets the ball up to the 49-yard line. Maggard on the keeper now has moved it back up to the 49, so that's a gain of 9 yards.
Tackle that time by Jeff Crook.
But still, it's going to be 3rd down and 6 yards for the first down for the Redskins. Just getting underway here in the second period of this game. For Cumberland, it's their 4th offensive series. Twice they've kicked, once they've fumbled. Wideouts both ways. Man in motion comes right now. That's Reinhardt. As the ball is tucked right into the middle, and watch out, bursting through the Corbin line and going across the 40, 35 to about the 33-yard line hitting in quickly was Edward Clark, a 5'9", 170-pound junior.
I'm not sure who made the tackle, but I tell you what, that's about as quick acceleration we've seen through a hole this year.
For Cumberland, that is their third first down. I believe it was Dwayne Steely that had to come up from the defensive safety to make the tackle on him as he's moved the ball down to the Corbin 33-yard line. Maggard to throw, loops it out. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, you set things up with a play like that, fine play by the running back, and then they come back and they've got poor execution on that. Maggard went ahead and threw the football, and the intended receiver, which was the back out of the backfield, had his back to the ball, didn't even know the ball was thrown.
When we went up to Bell County, their little quarterback, a two-step back passer, and we couldn't get to him. But tonight, Maggard, each time he's had to throw the football, has had quite a bit of pressure on him. Here he has it 2nd down and 10 from the Corbin 33 as Maggard's on a option to the right side. He pitches back to the same guy that made the long run, Clark, and Clark gets about 4 yards.
Crook, Hensley, Steely, and Stevens on the tackle that time.
The gain will be inside the Corbin 30-yard line. They have spotted it at the 28. So they give him 5 yards on that play. And for Cumberland, looking on a 3rd down 5 now, they will send Raymond Royce to the left, and off to the right side is Scott Bailey. Maggard on the option to the left side. He pitches back. This is the same guy that ran 5 a moment ago. Gets him about 7 or 8 this time as Edward Clark totes it in.
He runs pretty good to the left. The time that he came back to this side, he's not running as hard when he's going to his right as he is to his left, but maybe the blocking has something to do with it on that side.
He got it down to the 18-yard line, so give him 10 yards, and Cumberland's 4th first down of this game. They played us very tough up there last year. And thus far tonight, they're doing the same thing. We're 2 minutes deep in the second period. Corbin leads 7-0. Cumberland on 1st and 10. Maggard throws it straight back for a pass that's being attempted and out of the end zone.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You can't.
Now, if he doesn't.
You can't throw a flag. You can't throw a flag if the pass is not, if it's not possible to catch the ball. He overthrew him 20, 30 yards in the end zone that time. There's no way.
Well, if he throws that flag and doesn't say wipe it off, it'll show you the quality of the officials out there tonight. There's no way that pass can be caught as a little flea flicker type Anthony Jenkins tries to throw it. Now they're going to go with the 15-yard penalty, but that's sorry excuse for officiating when you do it like that. You ignore that. Barely a little bump in the end zone.
You know, for what it's worth, you know, in all the penalties that we've seen this year, that's the most ridiculous penalty we've seen up to this point. It's got to be a catchable ball. The ball was overthrew the receiver at least 20 yards.
You'll see that on TV, and they always wipe it off. And you think if the guy that threw that had been watching any of those games on TV, he would do the same. So Redskins have it deep in Corbin territory at about the 10-yard line. Looks like 1st and goal from there as the handoff is given again to Edward Clark, and Clark coming off that left side gets it to about the 6 or 7.
Tackle made on that side over there. I believe it was by Dale Fox. Dale Fox is the one that finally made the tackle. Crook as well as Jeff Crook. Kyle Jones possibly on that tackle too.
Got him about 4 yards to the 6 now. 2nd down and goal from there. So Cumberland took this thing from the 45-yard line after that bad bounce on the punt. Now they're threatening a 2nd down and goal. Royce wide to the left. Man in motion. Reinhardt. Back to throw is Maggard. He lobs it up there. It's out of the grasp of the intended receiver, falls incomplete.
Intended for receiver that time for Cumberland had already made his break up field. You know, he went in motion, but he already made his break up field. There could have been a penalty on that one a lot easier than the one play before.
Reinhardt, the intended receiver, so it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Corbin Redhounds and the Cumberland Redskins, a big crowd looking on tonight from Campbell Field here in Corbin. Tyrone Foster comes wide right. Off to the left side is Bailey. Rolling with the football, Maggard. Maggard looks at the 10. He's going to be hit, taken down at the line of scrimmage. He ridden all the way out of bounds, but he gets no gain on that one.
Lacefield and Creech that time. Lacefield finally made contact with him. He broke all of his movement going forward that time. He went ahead and drove him out of bounds.
Matter of fact, he lost about a yard to the 7-yard line. So a loss of 1 will put him in 4th down and goal situation. 9 minutes and a second to go here in the opening period of this game, and Cumberland, in order to keep this drive alive that originated back at the 45-yard line, their own, will have to get something on this one. Corbin leads by 7-0. Royce splits wide to the left. Foster comes wide right. Man in motion to the right side is Reinhardt. Maggard back to throw. Maggard looking, throws it long to the left to Royce. May be intercepted. I quit describing it because the ball goes incomplete. Looked like a good defensive play, and another flag is down. What do we have here tonight? From our vantage point, looks like a good defensive play.
I'm sure it was close enough to call. I'm sure it was a lot closer than the one that we complained about. At the same time, I felt like that Shannon Sams over there, he went ahead and watched the ball, and he played as well as he could. Whenever the ball got there, he finally realized he couldn't go ahead and leap with him, went ahead and make contact at the same time the ball got there, but I'm sure it was close enough to make a call.
This will mean an automatic first down for Cumberland and a penalty, which is not half the distance to the goal line, because the ball was at the 7. Now it's just inside the 5. I'm not really sure how they're marking anything here tonight. But nevertheless, it's a first down for Cumberland. Let's call it at the 4-yard line. First and goal from there. So they really have the opportunities here on 2 pass interference calls. Maggard will give it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, I thought he gave it to Reinhardt. Maggard keeps the ball and goes to the 1-yard line. He looked as if he had given that to Reinhardt and then trying to push him forward.
Kelly Ferris, Creech, and Fox, I believe, finally made the tackle.
He got it down to the 1, so it's going to be second and goal for Cumberland from there. 8.5 minutes here in the opening half. Corbin leads by 7-0, but it's a desperate situation here. They're keeping that lead. Maggard calls from the 1-yard line, deals it off to the left. They stop him if they'll ever blow the whistle. Didn't get in that time.
No, we had, he went right into the beef at that time. He had Kyle Jones in there. He had Crook and what appears to be Toby Stevens. Maybe even Shannon came in and put a little icing on the cake.
Bunch of them were there. Stopped him at the 1-yard line. Evans, the ball carrier, didn't get in. Well, can they do it a couple of more times? That's what it'll take. It's third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Reinhardt shifts off outside in to the left side. Maggard gives it to Evans again. Didn't get in again. Matter of fact, I think he lost a little bit that time.
Get up for a little mental preparation that time. Jody Botner was right in there on the bottom of that one. Jody came in and replaced Steele on the 2 plays before. Jody Botner was right in on the bottom of it, along with Nick Creech. The last one up, Mark Hensley.
Well, that's super goal line stand here. Can they do it one more time? It's going to be fourth down and goal from the 1-yard line. They've tried Evans twice right straight ahead. Evans, big guy, 6'1", 220-pound fullback. Here we go, fourth down. Maggard calls, quarterback. No. He did not make it. He did not make it. Corbin holds them. 4 straight downs at the 1-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, if that won't pick you up, that's a little mental preparation that time. The Hounds denied them 3 times in a row right there at the goal line. That's the best stand we made all year.
That's one of the best stands I've seen, Bill, in a long time, because you give a team 4 opportunities from right there. Well, they started at the 5, got 4, and then 3 downs at the 1-yard line, could not get in.
That was outstanding. Outstanding play with the defensive line for the Hounds.
I'm kind of surprised that Cumberland just tried to sock it right into the middle of our defensive line. They 3 times shot right at him, couldn't get in. Now we have it at the 1-yard line, as Mike Jackson will call. Jackson rolls back. He's looking to throw. He throws down deep, looking for Jones. Jones stopped running.
Well, he got turned. He got turned around. He was going to go ahead and try to look on his inside shoulder, and he felt like a ball was out of his play there, and he had to get turned around. So he just got turned around on the play.
Yep, so he got caught up there and could not continue in that pursuit of the football. But how about that for a call at your 1 yard line?
Well, it's Halloween night, huh?
Here we go now. 1 yard line, 2nd down and 10. Hoover goes wide to the right. Jackson moves under. Jackson deals straight up the middle. Goes Fox. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Tried to get by one man. Almost made it, but goes across to the 34-yard line.
Tremendous play that time. Again, we go back to that quick acceleration by Dale Fox. Had good blocking on the line of scrimmage. Spread him at the line of scrimmage. We spread him out, went wide to the right side, spread him out. When he broke the line of scrimmage, he was in the secondary and had to make 2 or 3 cuts. Same fellow that caught him, though, was the same one that made the 2 good runs for Cumberland there.
He's the last one that had a chance. That could have been a 99-yard touchdown, but it ends up a 33-yard run to the 34-yard line, and Corbin's 5th first down of this ball game. Now the pitch to Fox. Fox cuts back left. Fox straight ahead, 40, 44-yard line, adding 10 more.
Took the pitch. It wasn't outside. Looked. Hole big enough to drive a car through. Back in the middle, and Fox finds it.
So they do call it a first down. The way they spotted the football was about a yard shy of where he ended up. But nevertheless, it's a first down at the 44-yard line. Out of the power set now. This is Jackson on the end around, and Jones bobbles the ball, picks it up on a bounce. A flag goes down. As he goes down that sideline, may go for a score. Penalty marker was thrown. He's at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, but you know, what amazes me on that play is that the flag was thrown. I didn't see a red jersey around.
I wish we had a replay.
That touchdown run by Jones as he picked up the bobbled football would have been for 56 yards, but it's going to be called back. We haven't had too many problems with the guys in stripes this year. Well, we're getting a bushel full here in the first half of this game. I don't know who they are. But the infraction, when the flag was thrown, Kyle was away from everybody, and so were the Redskins that were in pursuit of him. Not a red shirt was near. So they're going to step a penalty off of 15 yards. Well, it ends up 16 as they get it back to the 28. The line of scrimmage was the 44. And from there, it'll be 1st and 26.
One of the outstanding things about that play is that it was a broken play once we mishandled it in the backfield. But whenever Kyle got his hand on it and broke the line of scrimmage on that side, we've not seen that kind of acceleration out of Kyle Jones. It just goes to show you, he's probably one of the better athletes that we have on our football team, and has, the potential still yet. Even as a senior, he still has potential to be one of the best skilled people that's come out of here in a while.
Fans getting their dander up here a little bit tonight. All right, that fine touchdown run has been called back. Corbin leads 7-0, 5:57 to go in the first half. The ball has been set all the way back to the 28-yard line. McPherson now split out wide to the left. The pitchback goes to Fox. Fox looking for something to develop. Across the 30, 35, and goes down to about the 36. Looked like a late hit there. At least the fans of Corbin want something.
I didn't see the hit. I kept, you called McPherson that time. McPherson did a fine job as far as a mirror block there. He was a wide man on this side. He came out, he went ahead and shielded his man and did a good job in order for Fox to get what he got out of it.
Got 8 yards on it. Corbin will have it 2nd down. The line to gain is the Cumberland 46-yard line. Scott Miracle, number 32, wide to the right. In the slot now is Steely. This is the 2nd down play. Pitch to Fox. Fox looking outside in. Now he has to take 2 of them on. Gets a yard or so, and that's about all.
Well, he tried to turn it up that time. I feel like it was outside. He tried to turn it up, and it wasn't there. He just when he should have went out, he went in. He doesn't usually do that.
Got a yard, and that's all, to the 37-yard line. So Corbin has it 3rd and long. We'll call it about 16 yards to go for the first down. Thus far tonight, Fox has carried the ball 9 times for 58 yards. Scott Miracle will break wide to the right at end. In the slot is Fox. This is the 3rd down play. The pitch back goes, a double reverse to Fox. He's looking to throw. Fox waiting, throws long for Jackson. It's intercepted at the 30-yard line.
Well, I'm sure on the replay, and I'm sure whenever they see that, they're going to find out just exactly what kind of athlete Maggard is. That ball, Maggard made a tremendous interception on that.
That's as good as a punt. So really what we would have had it been incomplete would have been a 4th down situation. And about a 30-yard punt is what really that would have ended up being. So Cumberland gets the football. Back at their own 30-yard line. Wideouts both ways as Maggard goes under, rolls along the line of scrimmage, will keep the football, gets about 4 yards, and down he goes.
No, he's got to turn it upfield and get his head down instead of his shoulder down. Didn't look like he really wanted to run the ball. He's a good athlete. I wasn't really impressed with that run by Maggard. It looked like to me he'd already felt the hounds one time tonight, and he didn't want to feel them again.
Yeah, he saw a lot of red jerseys and was trying to dig a hole to get inside, but couldn't do it. However, he does get about 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 6. Corbin leading by 7-0. 4 minutes and 7 seconds here in the first half of this game. Wide left will be Royce. Off to the right is Foster. They have slot men both ways on the 2nd down and 6 play as Maggard drops straight back. Now throws a lob pass up. It may be, oh boy, Shannon Sam's cut in front of the intended receiver, who was Chris Snow, and almost got that one, knocked it down.
Toby had him short, and Shannon came out of center field that time and had the ball in his hands. He just didn't hold on to it.
Thus far tonight, my memory serves me right, I think Corbin is doing a better job defending against Maggard than we did up at Cumberland last year.
I think you're right. I think that we've had an opportunity to learn, though, this year, from Bell County through Russell County. Even though the quarterback of Russell County didn't throw it that well, we've had to get back and cover it. Up to this point, we have.
Well, let's see what we do on this one. Maggard throws long. Shams knocks it down. Could have had the interception, but could not hold on.
He had lunch and supper in that basket. It just didn't stay.
But again, we had good coverage on the intended receiver.
Shannon does better on pop flies than he has on that play.
All right. Both Foley and Sams were back there as Royce was going down that sideline on a home run ball down at the 35-yard line, goes incomplete. And Maggard will be in punt formation now on 4th down and 6. Twin safeties for Corbin, Hoover and Steely, and here's the kick out of there. It's a low line drive. Could get a return on this one. Steely at the 34. It's trying to go wide, can't go, and will be taken down about in his tracks.
Steely needed a block that time.
Well, the Red Hounds now, tonight, they've had the ball 3 times and produced 1 score. Here with 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the first half, they get their 4th offensive opportunity with the ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Boy, I like to see those people standing around that fence over there. Good crowd here tonight. Still have room for more, but still a good turnout. Straight up the middle goes Fox. Fox trying to step over people, can't find any running room to break a long one, but he does get 3 or 4.
Didn't open on that side, just came back this way and got his feet tangled up in his own players.
Got him forward to the 37. Corbin's going to have to play against the clock now as they have it in their own territory at the 37-yard line with 3 minutes and 10 seconds here in the first half. 2nd down and 6 for the first down. Miracle will split it in to the right side. Steely is in the slot along with Hart. Pitch back goes to Fox around that right side. Oh, he cuts back left, but nothing develops again. Couple of yards, that's about all, to the 39.
Wasn't there, and I believe that they just keyed on him all the way that time. The play just didn't develop at all.
So now Corbin will have it third down, 4 for the first down. 2 minutes, 39 seconds in the first half. 3rd and 4 for the Redhounds, leading by 7-0. Steele will come left. Behind Jackson in the backfield is Hart and Fox. Steele goes in motion. Back to throw is Jackson. He looks for Jones. Jones can't get to it. Jones, the intended receiver.
Just out of his reach that time. He went ahead and tried to dump it out there. Had him open on the sideline. Just dumped it out and just out of his reach.
That sets up a 4th down situation with 2 minutes and 20 seconds here in the first half. And so Brian Metzger will be called upon again to kick. Cumberland playing the Hounds tough here tonight. Corbin, if you go by those things, in those polls where they registered the numbers, about a 20-point favorite. Metzger standing back at his 26-yard line. Good snap. And the kick is out of there. Nice one this time. Has some distance on it. Will be fielded by Evans. He comes back up across the 30, 35 to about the 38 before he goes down.
Yeah, he broke 2 or 3 tacklers that time before we finally went ahead and brought him down. I believe it was Scott Miracle on the tackle.
Well, with Maggard at the controls, 2 minutes and 8 seconds, pretty good field position. The Redskins at their own 38-yard line could give us an air attack here to try to get downfield and get back in this ball game. Corbin leads by 7-0. Now Maggard will split the back. Chris Snow wide to the right. Then off to the left side is Royce. Maggard goes under center. He'll drop straight back to throw. Maggard looking, has a little bit of time. It's closing on him. And again, Lacefield grabs that jersey and won't let go.
Lacefield almost got a face mask that time. He went all the way around the headgear before he finally found the jersey, and it was close. He didn't lock up on him, and the official was right on top of it. He went ahead and made a good call, which was no call, but just went ahead and broke his momentum.
That's back to the 31, a loss of 7. A minute 25 now. 2nd down and 17 for the Redskins. Again, moving left is Royce. And off to the right is Snow. Maggard rolling out. Maggard looking, pitches back. And there goes Clark up that left sideline. He's knocked out of bounds, crossing the 45 with a minute 2 to go in the first half.
Tackle by Shannon Sams that time. It was a pretty good execution by Maggard. He went ahead and came out in option. It looked like the option man that time was Foley. Optioned it pretty good and kicked it on out there, but Shannon Sams finally came up and made the tackle.
Up to near the 47-yard line and not a first down. It'll be 3rd down, a couple to go for that first down. So 3rd and 2 for Cumberland. Corbin on top, 7-0, a minute 2 to go in the first half. The Redhounds 5-1, Cumberland 3-2. Cumberland thus far tonight has attempted 10 passes and completed 5. Wideouts both ways once again. Maggard drops back to throw. Maggard rolling right, looking. Now he's going to tuck it in. He'll go down as Creech, I believe, kept him from getting that first down marker.
He shouldn't have done it. He should have gone ahead and thrown the ball. He paid for that one. Creech went ahead and made a pretty good lick, as well as a couple of other Redhounds.
It's not a first down. He's turned in at the 48-yard line, a gain of 1. Now it's going to be 4th and a yard to go. Only 42 seconds remaining. So Hoover and Dwayne Steele will have a chance to run that one back, I think, unless they try to use up the time. Nope, Corbin not dropping anybody back now. Taking no chances with a 7-0 lead. They're going to run it on 4th down. Maggard pitches back, and it's a kick. Well, same purpose that we would have seen a moment ago. Corbin was not going to field it anyhow. They get away from it. The ball rolls to about the 7-yard line, and basically Corbin was not going to play a kick anyhow.
No, and it looked like that Coach Kane had gone ahead and scouted this year, and he executed that about as well as we did every time we've used it this year. Good quick kick. Good call.
They did it on 4th down and 1 with the ball at the 48-yard line. And Corbin gets the ball at their 8, but just 10 seconds to go. Possibly Corbin won't even put the ball in play. Letting the clock run. Donnie Stepp with Bill Hoover here tonight, along with Dale Johnson on camera and Fred Hall, the controls of radio. As we've reached the end of the first half of this football game, been an interesting one. Not as offensive-minded here tonight as we perhaps would have thought, as the Red Hounds have taken their first opportunity to go downfield and put it in the end zone, and that's the only score that we have. It took Corbin 10 plays to move the 54 yards for the score. Jackson going the final 14. That coming with 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Metzger added the point after, and we have a 7-0 ball game. Corbin, Cumberland, will be back with more right after these words from our sponsors. Cumberland won the toss, elected to receive to start tonight's football game. However, here to start the second half, Corbin will receive, and the Red Hounds on top 7-0. Deep will be Dale Fox, flanked by Steely and Hoover. Here's the kick, and going to be taken by Steely. Gets in behind that wall at the 20, 25, 30, 35. He lowers the head, goes across the 40-yard line, and Corbin will have good field position.
Anytime you penetrate the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, you've done your job, and this time we've done twice that. We've passed the 40-yard line.
Just over the 40-yard line, so let's call it the 41, where Corbin will start their offensive series to begin the second half. The Red Hounds' first offensive series produced the touchdown. Let's see if they can keep it going here. And the officials have stopped play. A shoelace needs to be tied for the Redskins, as Patrick Evans, big fullback, who plays, I guess, a linebacker. We'll wait to see where he gets up. Playing in the defensive secondary, has already taken care of that, and Corbin will rehuddle and come back out. All right, here they come with Reeves. Will Sears to his right, Kent Carter to his left. And the handoff is given to Creech. Here he goes off that right side up to the 45-yard line.
I think that play right there, you're supposed to get 4 or 5 yards out of it, and that's about what we got. We came up to about, this looks like between a 4 and 5 yard gain. Good run by Creech.
Creech gets 4. And second down and 6 for the first down. Let's call some more of those players. It was Sipes in between the center, Reeves and Carter on that left side. Hand off to Fox this time. Fox tries to get first down, but he does not get shy of it to midfield.
Looks like it's going to be about 1.5, 2 yards there for the first down. It looked like about third and 2.
So Fox gets about 5 on that carry, and third, they've spotted it now. We'll call it a yard for the first down. Some more of those Red Hounds. On the other side of Sears is Paul Jackson, and then Scott Miracle to the right side on that line. Here's the third down play. It's Fox. He lowers that head, gets that first down to the 46 of Cumberland.
Good job that time. He came out there. He's following Kent Carter and Kyle Jones that time. Good run by Fox and good blocking up front.
This is the workmanship type of football that we see out of Corbin. When it gets real serious, you'll see a lot of what we're seeing right now. And, of course, those 4 or 5 yard clips have produced winners year after year after year, and that's what we have now. A first down, the 7th of the ball game for Corbin at the 46 of Cumberland. Out of that power set again. Straight up field goes Creech, veering off to his right across the 45 to about the 43.
Again, he picks up about 4 or 5 hard yards that time. Good run by Creech and good execution by the offensive line.
So he moves the ball right to the center of the field as we had the motion going away from the football to the left, Creech going to the right. It's down to the 43, and it's a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. In the third period of this game, Corbin leading by 7-0. Now the deal is to Fox. Fox has his leg grabbed and will get only a couple this time. So far, Cumberland's done a pretty good job of keying on number 26, Fox.
Well, I think that's evident with the 7 points on the scoreboard here after the first half. You know, our defense has played an excellent football game in the first half. Offense has executed pretty well, but Cumberland's came to play.
Well, only a yard gain. Fox will come out now. It's going to be third down and about 6 yards to go for that first down. Creech, Hart, and Hoover in the backfield as Jackson rolls out on the option. Jackson will keep. He gets into about the 35-yard line. Looks close. I believe he has the first down. Quarterback keeper by Mike Jackson.
It's a good read that time by Mike. He came on out there and he had it all the way, and it's a sure-handed play, and I believe he does have enough of the first down.
Just according to where they spot the football. Where I saw him go out of bounds would look like it would have easily because he was near the white stripe. But where they spot it now, they're bringing it back to the sideline. We'll bring the chains across to measure, which means would be near the 37-yard line, a gain of about 5 yards on that play. 8 minutes, 53 seconds to go, third period. Right now, we have a timeout. Timeout with the score. Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Ready to go as Fox gets the call. Upended. Dale Fox on the run now off the right side after the first down by the Redhounds. Fox takes it to the 34-yard line. Fox gets about 3 yards on that carry. So Corbin has 8 first downs. They'll have it second down and 7 here.
That was a hard 3 yards that time by Dale.
Fox comes off the field limping.
Official timeout.
Corbin has Creech, Hart, and Hoover in the backfield now. Dale tonight has carried the ball 15 times for 79 yards, so this has been one of his tougher games this year. From the 34 is Jackson on the option. Jackson gets by one at the line of scrimmage and goes for a couple of yards to the 31.
Needed a block on that side that time. Looked like to me that we just needed a block in order to pick up a couple more yards.
So the going has been rough against this Redskin team here tonight. We watched Corbin blow out Russell County last week by 42-7. But the Redhounds have had to earn everything they're going for here tonight. Still, Fox is on the sideline. It's third down and 5 from the 31. Jackson under. Jackson rolling left this time. Jackson will keep. Looking outside in. They grab his ankle. Gets across the line of scrimmage. A couple of yards, but he needed about 5 for the first down. And Corbin will be looking at a fourth down situation.
Mike, again, it's a sure play. Keep your hands on the football that time, and I don't think the option was there. He read it pretty good. The only thing that concerns me about that is that we've got so much riding on Mike, and he's such a good quarterback and does such a good job, and he's a winner. Just worries me every time I see him tuck it up and try to get those yardage because he's going to get punished, and it could be at a critical time.
Well, he got 3 that time. It's fourth down and 2 at the 28-yard line as the Hounds go for it now. 7 minutes to go here in the third period of this game. A big play right here. Here's the handoff given to Creech. Creech trying to earn that yardage off the right side. I don't know. It'll be close.
I don't think so. I don't think so from where they're putting it.
Let's see. He veered into the center of the field. Whether or not Corbin got the first down or will turn the football over. They're looking across the way. It doesn't look from here as if it's a first down. Corbin has had the football the entire 5 minutes of this third period. They lead it by 7-0, but again, a measurement. It, as we said, does not appear to be a first down. We noticed that Fox came up limping on a play about 3 plays ago, and of course, 2 key ingredients in the Corbin backfield, Jackson and Fox. And so you got very concerned. It is not a first down. Corbin has given it up on downs. So the Redskins will get the football for the first time this second half. Cumberland missed their golden opportunity of getting in when they had the ball first and goal from the 4, and Corbin held them out. Now they start this second half with Foster wide to the right and Royce wide left. Maggard has Evans in motion. Maggard deals it up the middle. There's that little scud back to Clark that bounces off people, and Clark has moved it up across the 35 to about the 36. Flags are down. Clark has given us quite a bit of trouble on the run tonight.
He's pretty quick. That time, I don't know whether the penalty is going to be that they were in illegal formation or they had 2 people going in motion at the same time and they weren't set long enough. But Cumberland's being backed up on that play.
So they're going to call that one back. This game has become lifeless. It doesn't have that great enthusiasm we're used to seeing, as Cumberland has been able to pretty well match up with Corbin thus far tonight. We keep waiting for the Red Hound explosion, but thus far they're protecting a slim 7-0 lead with 6:28 to go in the third period. So Cumberland is backed up 5 yards to the 22-yard line. Man in motion to the left side is Evans. Maggard on the pitch will go to Clark. Good job by Jones, and he gets him down at the 15.
Boy, I tell you what, that was awfully close on a face mask that time. He was right up in the headgear area and top of the shoulder pads. We did a good job defending it, but it was close on a penalty.
One of the outstanding defensive plays of this football game as Kyle Jones read him off that left side and kept moving into him to the 15-yard line for a loss of 7. And now the Redskins, who have to get all the way up to the 37-yard line, will have it second down and 22. Maggard straight back to throw. Maggard throws it over the middle. It's into the ground, incomplete. So Maggard, every time he goes back, is having a little pressure put on him. Got rid of that one into the ground.
Had pretty good coverage that time. He, again, like you said, he went ahead and threw the ball in the ground. Shannon Samps defended on that side over along with Greg Foley.
Incomplete pass will stop the clock with 5:36 to go here in the third quarter. Cumberland will have it third down and 22 now. The ball back at their 15-yard line. Hardly any noise at all out of the crowd that looks on. Maggard sends Foster to the right. Royce goes left. Slot men on each side. Nobody behind the quarterback, and he wants a timeout. Not the formation that he wanted. So 5 minutes, 36 seconds remaining. We're in the third period with timeout. The score, Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Well, the Redskins have a big play coming up now as Corbin has backed them up pretty deep at the 15-yard line. Third and 22. Foster right. Royce left again. Slot man to the right side is Craig. They also have in the slot to the right side Evans. Maggard back to throw. He's wanting to air it out, and it's thrown behind the intended receiver. Finn Hoover, had that ball been thrown a little closer to him, would have had an easy opportunity into the end zone, but it was thrown just out of his grasp. So, again, Cumberland will have to turn it over. Their first offensive series of this second half. In passing now, that will make them 5 out of 12. Maggard will be in punt formation, standing at his 4-yard line as Hoover and Steele stand back up at midfield. Maggard gets it out of there. Wounded pigeon off to the right side. Steele goes up, fields the ball at the 40 on a fair catch, and from there, Corbin will have excellent field position. Well, need to get the crowd back into this game. They've become very lifeless, and now with Corbin having the ball at the 40-yard line, a good opportunity to get the crowd on its feet.
Well, I was talking to the fellow that's filming over here for Cumberland. I asked him, I said, is Cumberland playing a pretty good game compared to what they've done in the last couple of weeks? And he felt like they were. He said that felt like that they could run the ball, but yet Coach Kane with Maggard is so pass-oriented that they're just not exploiting the running game.
Corbin ready to go from the 40-yard line. Fox will get the call. Hesitates, comes left. He's getting stacked up after a couple of yards, and that's it.
Obviously, we know that everybody in the state, anytime we play anybody in the state, they're going to be keying on Fox that time, and they're reading him, and they had to play diagnose pretty well.
Last week he was running for over 200 yards. Right now, Dale is 81 yards. He got 2 on that one. It'll be second down and 8. Wide out to the right side is Steele as Jackson is back to throw. Jackson looks, he throws. The penalty marker goes down. The incomplete pass. Intended it for Miracle, but was overthrown. So Jackson is 0 for 5 now in passing.
There's penalty on the play that time. It's right on the line of scrimmage, and obviously they're talking to Cumberland, so it could be a holding or maybe somebody downfield illegally.
We have a special note for Corbin fans.
Well, we'll wait to see.
Last year he went over 1,000 yards for the season.
I thought he needed 86 yards, but The PA announcer said on his last carry, Dale Fox went over 1,000 yards for the season, so we'd rather give it to him on what he says is what we have, but he's quite a football player. Dale Fox, over 1,000 yards, and we're just in our 7th football game of the year. Holding against Corbin is the call. 10-yard penalty has put the ball back up to the 48-yard line, and Corbin now will have it second down and 18 for the first down. Jackson back to throw. Jackson looking. He airs it out. Got his man Jones. Jones cuts into his right and goes down across the 30 to about the 28. Looks like a Corbin first down.
Excellent pass by Jackson. He hits one of the people that we have that's more skilled, but Kyle Jones not getting up. He took a pretty good lick, but he made a fine reception and a fine run.
20 yards on that pass play, and for Corbin, that is their 9th first down of the football game. But as Bill said, Kyle not getting up right now, so we'll have a timeout. 4 minutes, 36 seconds to go. Timeout on the score. Well, hold it. Kyle is up, and I guess we're ready to go. Kyle appears to be all right. So Corbin will have it at the 28-yard line, first down and 10. Redhounds lead by 7-0. Next week, playing Somerset here at Campbell Field. Now, Nick Creech will go wide right. Gary McPherson will come wide to the left. Out of the eye in the backfield with Hart and Fox behind Jackson. The handoff to Fox, and here he goes, breaking tackles, running over people across the 20 to about the 18, maybe 16, and got about 12 yards.
It appears to be an excellent call, and we had excellent blocking on the line of scrimmage that time. Dale just went ahead and found his seam there, found his blocks, laid that head in there, and picked up good yardage for the Hounds. First down.
10th first down of the ball game for Corbin to the 16-yard line. And so the Red Hounds, an excellent opportunity here in the third period with 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Out of the wishbone with the fullback set ahead of the halfbacks. The handoff again to Fox. Fox has his legs grabbed right at the line of scrimmage.
Ronnie Dinsmore for Cumberland at that time read the play very well, met him before he hit the line of scrimmage.
Dale was not able to shake free from him, stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain, so we're going to have it second down and 10. 3:37, third period. Corbin leading by 7-0. Again, out of the power formation to the left side of the field. Jackson on the roll. Jackson pitches back to Fox. The ball's on the ground. Fox picks it up way back there. He's going to be taken down, fumbles, but gets back on top of it at the 34-yard line.
Well, we mishandled it on the first pitch, and he went ahead and played the hop, and whenever it came up to him, there were 3 Redskins right on top of him.
Fox gets up wearily after that one. They will spot the ball at the 32. That is a loss of 16 yards. So as you go over the 1,000, you go back under here. Corbin will have it third down and long, 3rd and 25, back at the 32-yard line. Wideouts both ways. Jackson back to throw. Jackson pumps and runs. He looks again. He throws. He's got Jones. Jones catches the ball at the 21-yard line, way short of a first down.
Even so, whenever Mike goes ahead and does that pump, whenever he pumps like that, he freezes everything and then finally had time to kind of roll out of the pocket and find Kyle out there. It's still a good pass and a good reception by Kyle.
We have a weapon that most teams don't have at this range. That's Brian Metzger. Now, he has 2 field goals and 2 tries this year, one of 38 yards and one of 26. This one would be from 37 yards away. 37-yard attempt by Metzger. The placement down, the kick is up. It may be off to the left. I believe it is. He pulled that one a little to the left, so there's a timeout with 1:55 to go in the third period. Timeout on the score is Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Maggard tries to shake people along that line of scrimmage, cannot. Maybe got a couple of yards. So Cumberland will have it second down and 8. A very lifeless second half of football. The 12-yard run by Fox, the pass play of 20 yards to Jones. That's about it in a highlight film of this second half. Wideouts both ways for Cumberland. Slot men on both directions. 2nd down and 8 from the 23-yard line as Maggard goes under. As his man in motion now, it drops right straight back, and here he throws over the line of scrimmage. It's complete. Short gain to the 26-yard line.
Nice reception that time by Cumberland. Kelly Ferris right on top of the play and makes the tackle.
Kelly Ferris, playing in that defensive secondary, is a 6', 156-pound junior. The gain is good to the 26-yard line, so Cumberland will have it 3rd down and 4 from there. 45 seconds remaining, 3rd period. Corbin leads 7-0. Here they go with those wide outs again in slot formation. Maggard under as he rolls back, looking off to his left now. Rolls, throws the short pass. It's complete. As the ball carrier's hit, bounces off a couple of people, goes out of bounds near the stick on the far side.
One of the things that the Corbin coach has been complaining about this year, that we're making good contact, initial hits, but we're not locking up, and there was another example of that. Made good contact on the receiver, knocked him back about 5 yards, but he went ahead and maintained his balance, and then we had to come up and close to 1st down.
Well, fortunately for Corbin, he was knocked out of bounds at the 29, needed to get to the 30. So, 3-yard pass play. 4th down, less than a yard to go. If Cumberland tries it after failing to go in 3 times at the goal line, I think it would be suicide at this point in the ball game. Let's see what they do. They're going for it. If they don't make it, they can look back at this play right here. Of course, they may try to draw Corbin offside. Let's see. 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's the call, and I don't know. It's very close.
I don't think he made it, Don. I don't think he made it. No. They're going ahead and calling it that way. Nick Creech was in there on initial contact, and I can't tell who else. But they're calling it a 1st down. It's not by much.
Well, it looked as if he was backed up shy of that white marker across there, but they put it right over it, which would be the 1st down. That was a real gamble for Cumberland there. And for the Redskins, 1st down, their 1st of the 2nd half. And their 7th of the ball game. At the 30-yard line. Maggard back to throw. Maggard shoots the short pass out of there. It's incomplete. Again, because he's rushed, Maggard has to get rid of the football, and in doing so, he throws it behind Reinhardt, the intended receiver. More or less might have been the safety valve out there, but that play ends the 3rd period of our football game. So after 3 quarters here from Campbell Field, the score is Corbin 7 and Cumberland nothing. The Redskins will have the ball at the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Donnie Step with Bill Hoover, Dale Johnson, Fred Hall tonight from Campbell Field. The Redskins are ready to go now as we start our 4th and final period of this football game. Maggard rolling, Maggard looking, he stops, he throws, his pass. Oh, Hoover almost had it at the 40. Running hard toward the football, perhaps.
Let me help you. Hit him in the hands.
Well, that's not the first one tonight that's been done that way now, Dad. I was trying to be kind. but he had his eye on the football, coming right at it and perhaps running with it before he got it. Nevertheless, it's an incomplete pass. Cumberland will have it. From the 30-yard line, 3rd down and 10. All right, it's Maggard back to throw again, rolling right, throwing left. Got a screen set up. Uh-oh. Had his knee down, but he won't get the 1st down unless well, I don't know. Well, he comes forward across the 40. The kid was hit about the 36, 37-yard line. He just kept driving forward. He earned that one.
Well, what some of the fans were complaining about that time, it appeared that he had a knee down whenever he made the reception that time, but obviously didn't call it, and he went ahead and came up and made the 1st down.
Well, Redskins got that 1st down, but it was the determination there that got him that. Had about three defensive players around him, and he kept pushing forward after catching the ball and got those 3 yards necessary for the 1st down. For Cumberland, that's their 8th of the ball game at the 40-yard line. Again, they go with the wide outs both ways. Man in motion to the left side, and they'll give the handoff right up the middle. However, big Jeff Crook is there.
No, Big Smed smelled that one. Smed thought he was eating 3 hamburgers up there at Max Nerman's that time. Took it all.
Says that's fun. No gain by Chris No. Well, pardon me, he did get a couple of yards to the 42-yard line. Each team has had the ball twice this second half, so you can see that they've been able to use quite a bit of time. This is going to be a little shorter football game than we're accustomed to, too. On the 2nd and 8, man in motion right side. Reinhardt as they try the running game. Fumble. Corbin's got it. It's Jones picked it up. Jones at the 45, and Jones down to the 43-yard line. Kyle Jones reacts quickly. Corbin gets the football.
I tell you what, I don't know who made initial contact. It could have been Crook inside there that time, but they came up, made a big lick, and the ball bounced up. Took that Kyle Jones bounce, as we've seen 2 or 3 times this year, and he had it. And they had a hard time bringing him down. Good job by Kyle.
Now, let's see if that play can put some life into that offense tonight. Corbin's really been held at bay better in this football game than any we've seen since that opener. They get the ball at the Cumberland 43-yard line. Now the backfield will have Hoover, Hart, and Fox. Jackson goes under. Miracle, Jones the ends. Jackson and Sipes are out at tackles. The handoff to Hoover. Good move. Hoover cuts back left and goes down to the 35-yard line. Good run.
Had a lot of blocking on this side again, and it's a nice pickup.
Yeah, he made a good cut that time. Matter of fact, maybe a step or 2 away from going to the races on that one as he puts the ball down to the 35. That is an 8-yard run. Corbin will have it 2nd down and 2 for the first down. Out of the power set now as Jackson calls. He gives. It's Hoover again. Got the first down. He's turned back after he hits across the 35 to about the 32.
He's falling in there behind Jackson and Reeves that time. And also on this side of the line on the play before, we had Mark Hensley that also threw a good block on that.
Well, that's the 11th first down of this football game for Corbin. Of course, the Redhounds need to get something here because that 7 doesn't look real steady on the scoreboard right now. 9 minutes and 55 seconds to go. It's 1st and 10 from the Cumberland 32-yard line. Now the backfield consists of Creech, Hart, and Fox behind Jackson. Sipes and Hensley on both sides of center as it's going to be Creech. Creech falls in behind his blocking off that right side, takes it across the 30 to about the 27.
Nick does a good job that time. He's falling in there behind Dale Fox, and little Derby Hart that time also threw a good block.
The gain is good for, let's call it 4 yards to the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 6. 9 minutes, 18 seconds to go in our game. Low-scoring affair. We expected an explosive one here tonight. Corbin set to go on the 2nd down play. It's the option by Jackson. Jackson keeps. Jackson across the 25. Down he goes after getting near a first down to about the 22-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. I don't know if that's a flag down or not. It's going to be just shy of a first down. He's taken the ball to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4 yards. And Corbin will have it 3rd, a yard to go from here. So the Redhounds need to keep this drive alive with 8.5 minutes to go in the game. And Coach Cotton Adams wants to talk about it.
Well, Coach Adams is going about 1,000 on these timeouts and these crucial situations this year, and I don't want to jinx him. It's kind of like talking about a no-hitter 6th or 7th inning. You know, you sure don't want to tell him about it. But at this particular time, we've seen a lot of them pulled out here in the last few weeks.
The reaction has been great after those timeouts this year, so stay tuned. We have a timeout with 8:32 to go. The score, Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. 1860 team is here watching this football game. They defeated this Cumberland team 67-6.
We were talking about that prior to this, and then we're talking to some of the guys that were on the 62 and 63 team. They remember 2 tough encounters with Cumberland, and the 63 63, I think that was our first loss. It came at a crucial time that took us out of the playoffs.
Look at this. This is Hart cracking right up the middle on a quick opener.
Well, I tell you what, that quick fullback opener in there, that quick pop, and Derby's in there, and he's almost off to the races.
Gets it down inside the 15-yard line. It's a Corbin first down. They'll spot it at the 12-yard line, a gain of 11. Corbin's 12th first down of the game. Well, it's worked every time this year. Every time we've had that timeout called by Coach Adams, he goes out there. We've come back with a big play. Ready to go on first down. Well, this one didn't materialize. They tried hard again, and it's stopped right at the line.
Well, I tell you what, I thought it was disguised that time. I didn't think he was going to go ahead and lay it in there to Hart, but it was, again, it almost worked.
Haven't used Fox for some time now. Dale appeared to be walking gingerly earlier tonight. He's back into the lineup now. Of course, Cumberland's been looking at number 26 quite a bit tonight. They've been able to contain him about as good as anybody has all year. Second down and 10 from the 11-yard line. It's Fox this time at the 10. Fox gets to about the 7.
Again, he lays his head on the guard, and I can't tell whether he's laying it on Carter. I can't tell where Carter's lined up in there at guard, or if it's Sipe.
We haven't seen too much. I think he was injured in the first half. Toby Stevens, the sophomore back, is into the lineup right now, replacing Creech. So Corbin will have it at the 7-yard line. 3rd down and 6 to go for the first down. Jackson fakes it to Fox. Here he goes around that side again. He's at the 5, the 4, the 2. The ball is free. It's recovered out of bounds. No, Cumberland got it. I couldn't see because people standing on the sideline. Jackson coughed it up at about the 2-yard line, and Cumberland gets on top of it.
He was trying to penetrate the goal line. I mean, as he stretched in there, they hit him, and the ball popped out, and Cumberland did come up with it.
Well, that denies Corbin now. It's 6:51 to go. Cumberland will have it at their own 2-yard line. This has been a much tougher ball game than we expected here tonight. The Redhounds lead by 7-0, but Cumberland gets the football as Jackson made a good move, would have had the first down. Now Maggard will go under with a power set in his backfield, one of the few times that he's had that here tonight. Maggard deals off, and right at the line of scrimmage, it is Reinhardt going down. Corbin reacts defensively.
Oh, we've got on that play right there. We've got Greg Hedge Foley in on the tackle, along with Laceville make 2 good licks, and I'm sure Hensley was in there too. Toby's hurt.
Toby, yep, it's that leg again. They have spotted the ball. I'm trying to find it. Probably back at the line of scrimmage. He's got it in his hand, right, at about the 1 or 2 yard line. So we're going to have another timeout here as Toby Stevens is injured. 6 minutes, 16 seconds to go. With timeout, it's Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Cumberland will have the ball at their 1 yard line. 2nd down, 11 for the first down. 6:15 to go in our football game. Here's Maggard back in the end zone to throw. Maggard looks, he's running, he throws. Lob pass, it's complete. Up that sideline at the 25-30 to the 35. Kelly Ferris gets in the way of Clark, I believe it is, and pulls him down at the 45.
Thank goodness for Kelly. Kelly saved us that time.
Well, Maggard kept running in the end zone, was able to get the pass off up to the 45-yard line, so Cumberland still very much alive in this football game. That is their 9th first down, 44-yard pass play. Here's Royce coming to the left side. Foster goes right. Slots on each side. 1st and 10 from the 45 as the handoff is given to Clark. Clark makes it up to midfield before he's taken down.
I believe the tackle that time was by Foley, and Jones finally closed on it to help out.
It's a gain of 5 to midfield. So the Redskins have a little bit of momentum now. 5:25 to go in our game, and Corbin leading 7-0. Corbin a pretty heavy favorite in this game, but the Redhounds have had their work cut out for them. This is the lowest scoring football game that we've had this year. Now out of a power set again on 2nd down and 5 as Maggard's under. Maggard rolls. He's going to option it, keeps it. He's dragging Lacefield up for what looks like a first down as penalty markers go down.
Penalty usually goes down in that area, and I don't want to hex anybody, but usually goes down in that area. It's kind of like a crackback block or a clip, and it appears that we're talking. No, they're talking the other way.
Only thing then it could have been, I would assume, would have been a face mask if it's against Corbin. It looked as if it probably would be against the defense. It is against the defense, rather against the offense. Pardon me. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Cumberland. So that really hurts their cause as the ball is moved back to the 38-yard line. Maggard did a good job. He saw first down and got to the 6. But in the process, a clipping call against Cumberland cost them 15 yards.
I felt like we played the option pretty well that time. We had the pitch man covered pretty well, and Maggard went ahead and drugged somebody up there. We had him in the grasp too, but the penalty, go ahead and nullifies anything they got out of it.
Maggard backs up to throw now. He's looking, has some time. He runs out of the pocket. 4 people converge on him, runs by all 4 of them, gets back to the original line of scrimmage at about the 45.
The tackle that time looked like we had Jones and Hart and Hoover.
Maggard looked like he was in real trouble at the 44. Redhounds were right there waiting on him, and he ran by them. Got about 5-6 more yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 now as he's moved the ball up to the 46-yard line. Very big play right here for Cumberland. Got to look at the time. 4 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Corbin leading 7-0, and the Redskins with big yardage, 3rd and 9. Maggard has had word with his coach. He's back to the huddle now and brings them out of there. So let's see what happens here as Royce comes wide left. Foster goes right. Slot men each way. 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line. Maggard's back to throw. Maggard looks, throws it over the middle. He's got his man Royce. Royce is taken down. Looks like he's shy of a first down.
He is shy.
But the predicament that Cumberland's in, I'm pretty sure they'll go for it. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 1.
Big play, and they got all but about a half a yard. Oh, what a spot. What a spot. Everybody caught him.
My goodness. Yeah. Boy, the fans come alive when he spotted that ball at the 45 of Corbin. Then he inched it back a little like he's embarrassed. Come on, let's put the ball where he was caught. He never got up to that point. Now they're having a measurement. Pretty obvious that it was not a first down, but the spot almost made it a first down. Still won't be. But it's going to make it 4th and short.
It was almost as if the official froze and decided that he was going to put the ball where the chains were at.
I couldn't believe it. Now it takes a goal line stand. We're at an excellent vantage point for this play. 4 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Corbin leads 7-0. Cumberland 4th down. They're at the Corbin 45-yard line. All right. They're out to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what happens here. We're ready to go now on the 4th down play. Maggard back to throw. Looking downfield. He throws. Got his man at the 30. 25, 20. Steely grabs him at the 15. He goes down at about the 10-yard line. That was Reinhardt. Reinhardt caught it. I had a feeling that they may fake it into the middle and go for the home run, and that's what they did.
Well, they did. They had us sucked in.
So Cumberland very much in this ball game now. They have it inside the Corbin 10-yard line, a 35-yard pass play. And now 3:51 to go. Cumberland, in high school football, you know you can go for 2 points after. Well, they've been down here before in the first half, and Corbin turned them back. Now they're down 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Maggard is under. Maggard rolls. He keeps. Maggard to the 5, to the 4-yard line. Big guy says, I'm going to take it that way. And finally taken down.
Tackled by Kelly Ferris that time.
We'll wait for the spot of that one. It's right near the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Corbin's 7-0 lead is very much in jeopardy right here. The Redskins are ready to go from the 5-yard line. Maggard with the power set in the backfield. Rolls out. Maggard keeps. Maggard dives for the end zone. Did not get in. He's out at the 1-yard line. That should stop the clock with 2:52 to go.
Steely came across and made a tremendous lick that time just to keep him out of the end zone. It was a fine play by Steely.
Going to have to really give Redskins credit here, Bill. They've gone from the 1-yard line on their end to the 1 on our end.
Yeah, and I know how they got there most of the way.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1. The Hounds did it to them in the first half, turned them back, but they're going to have to do it again as Cumberland calls timeout. 2:51 to go in our football game. Timeout on the score. Corbin 7, Cumberland nothing. Just how many times can a defense react? That's what we're going to find out here. The first half it was super, but can they do it again? At the 1-yard line, Cumberland has it 3rd down and goal to go. 2 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in our game. So the Redskins come out. They're ready to go at the line of scrimmage. Maggard, your quarterback. He calls. He gives. This is Evans. And touchdown, Cumberland. Cumberland Redskins get on the board with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in our football game. And now what will they do? I would think they would go for 2.
That's what he said, and I said 1.
"11 plays, they've gone 99 yards. The ball is at the 3-yard line for the point after now. I think they're going to go for a victory here. Corbin leads 7-6. And that's what they're doing. They have people spread on each side. Maggard, the quarterback, goes under. Man in motion is Reinhardt. Maggard is back to throw. Maggard looking. Maggard being run to the 1-yard line. He's not in, and Corbin will maintain the lead.
It's worth it all. Should have kicked it. That cost me $1. It cost me $1, and I told him it's worth it. Cumberland spotter up here. I said, I'll bet you a Pepsi that he goes for 1. He said, no, he's going for 2. And I said, it's worth $1. He didn't make it.
Glad he didn't, but I would have gone for 2 also.
You know, it's Coach Kane. He's scouted this team. He's known it. He's played many, many years. And he's been in many situations where he's faced Coach Adams and his staff over a period of years, and he went ahead and went for the victory, and you have to admire the courage of doing that. Same time, I think you have an opportunity to go ahead and tie it and get the momentum going the other way. You still got a chance to hold them. Still got a chance for them to turn over, try to do something, try to catch up. And then the overtime situation, I think the sure thing to have done, well, obviously, you know, I can say it standing here now.
The only lineman in for Corbin right now is Kyle Sipes. Everybody else would be a back or an end. So let's see what Cumberland will do. Corbin leads 7-6. They're trying for the onside kick, and it's being run for. Who's got it? I don't know.
Cumberland's ball, I believe.
Be awfully hard to tell. Chris Hart curled and tried to get back there. It's at the 35 of Corbin. Cumberland has it. How about that? Kyle Jones is the last Corbin player to get up, but Cumberland is given the football at the 35. Well, it ain't over yet. Corbin's lead is only 1. Cumberland has excellent field position at the 35-yard line. Their onside kick was a beauty. And they're ready to go now. Evans is the man in motion to the left side. Maggard pitches back. This is Clark. Clark cutting the corner. Clark at the 25-20. Clark to the 17-yard line. We're a little short of words because nobody's treated us this way this year.
That's by far the best. That's by far the best run that they've had this second half. Of course, that's the same back that ran so well in the first half, and I'm surprised they don't give it to him more often.
17-yard run. I don't know if they have a field goal kicker or not, but you got to consider they're right down in field goal territory now. Ready to go with 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go from the 17, 1st and 10. Maggard rolls. Maggard pitches back. This is Clark. Clark stutters. He goes across the 15 to about the 13-yard line. That little guy's a good runner. I'll tell you, I have a feeling if they'd used him a little more often, their offense can click with him.
You know, they've got us spread out, and we're doing a pretty good job on outside containment. Whenever we turn that thing in, we're not having anything to fill it. Nobody's filling whenever we turn it in.
Cumberland's coming right back at us again now. 2nd down and 6. They have the ball at the Corbin 13-yard line. 1:47 to go. Maggard under. Maggard on the keep. Maggard rolls into the 10, to the 9, to the 8. Close to a first down. So Maggard is using his ability to run the ball, big and strong quarterback. And he gets it inside the Corbin 10-yard line at the 8, maybe shy of a first down, but it would be 3rd down, about a yard to go, as Cumberland now with 1:32 to go in a very good position to pull off a big upset. Next week, Corbin plays Somerset. Cumberland ready to go at the Corbin 8-yard line. 3rd down, a yard for the first down. Corbin leads 7-6. The clock runs with 1:30 to go. Maggard rolls. Maggard keeps. First down for Cumberland as he goes to the 5-yard line. Bill, we can't stop him.
No, it doesn't appear to. Things are going to get a little tight right here. They've got the first down there inside the 5. We're going to have to buckle up. We did the first half. We had a stand. Can we do it twice?
Coach Cotton Adams will call a timeout here with 1:20 to go, so it's time for the defense to take over. And Cumberland pretty much having it their own way. First down, goal to go from the 5-yard line as Maggard calls. Maggard gives straight ahead. That big fullback won't get anything. Well, I was waiting for a whistle to blow. He was stacked up. Momentum stopped at the 5. No whistle. They just keep letting him dig, and he gets a couple of yards. All right, they're up and ready to go with a minute to go. 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Maggard calls. Straight ahead, they try to push him again. When are they going to blow a whistle? My goodness. Pretty obvious that he's stacked up. That's Patrick Evans 2 times straight ahead. You know, you got to have that feeling that Cumberland straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead. They've done it so many times, you would think that maybe they're going to curl around an end this time. Let's see. Here we go, 3rd and goal from the 3. Maggard gives, and they hit the player in the backfield. He gets forward. I think it's Clark to about the 2. Cumberland will call timeout, 26 seconds to go. Bill, if they can kick an extra point, they can win a ball game here. They're right in the center of the field. Maybe ask their spotter how they've done on kicking this year. It's the same as kicking an extra point. Patrick Evans will be kicking. Now, Coach Adams has called the timeout. It's far different to call it defensively than to call it when you have it on offense. You're almost in a helpless situation here. Now ready for the play. Evans will be attempting the field goal. Here's the snap back. The placement down. The kick is up. It is good. Cumberland takes a 9-7 lead with 22 seconds to go. Redhounds gave it all they had to try to get in there, but that's asking a lot to try to come in and block a try like that. And so Cumberland on the verge of pulling off a big upset.
Yeah, they're up for it. He nailed it. Had a good snap there, good placement. He went ahead and put it through the uprights.
It all goes back to an onside kick that was successful. Well, 22 seconds to go. Dale Fox, Ben Hoover. Don't know what the instructions are, but if you can't run it back, you're going to have to get out of bounds to stop the clock. A 19-yard field goal by Evans gives Cumberland a 9-7 lead. Big upset in the making here at Campbell Field tonight. Evans will be kicking off for Cumberland. 22 seconds in our game. Fox the deep man for Corbin. It's going to be a short kick. Will be taken by Miracle. Miracle at the 25, looking for a wall on the other side. He's at the 30. Miracle to the 32-yard line, where Corbin will have 15 seconds to put the ball in play. It's home run time.
It's the only thing that you can do. They're going to obviously be in a prevent defense, and all we can do is just go ahead and put it up. Hail Mary.
All right, 32-yard line. Now, Corbin huddled. They start the clock. Well, I don't know if Mike's aware, but the clock is running. He pitches back to Fox. Fox looking. He throws as long and hard as he can. It's drop. Oh, wait a minute. They let the clock run after the ball hit the ground. I would have thought we'd had a couple of seconds to go, but we don't. That clock continued to run after the play.
Got to give credit to Cumberland. They came in here. They were well prepared. They played a fine football game, and as you said earlier, it's a major upset, and they've done a fine job.
So Corbin will leave the field stunned here tonight. Cumberland has won it by 9-7. Corbin tried to throw a home run with Fox on the pitch out on that last play. It was intercepted. The ball hit the ground with a couple of seconds. The clock continued to run and killed at the play was the final one of this football game. And Corbin's record will drop to 5-2 as Cumberland will go to 4-2. And again, as the crowd files out of here, a big one here tonight. Corbin has had 3 home games, and Bill, 2 of the losses have come here at home, which is a rather unusual situation.
Really is. We come back here next week with Somerset here, which is our last home game, and we've not fared that well at home this year.
Well, that's the way it happened tonight. We'll be leaving those of you that have watched our replay on Channel 11 Southern Cablevision. Thank you for joining us.